Hello, bonjour, namaste, ni hao, and ohio everybody. What is going on? It is Galeriot here. Welcome back to the YouTube channel once again for another Danmachi video. And today we have an official announcement that the final light novel releasing in September as part of the 12-month consecutive publication is indeed going to be Danmachi's Volume 19. Yes, the main series is getting Volume 19 in September. I'm very excited about it. They're ending it on a high. But before we get into the video and talk about the details, of course, if you guys going to enjoy this video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel for more Danmachi content, and leave a comment down below on your thoughts regarding Volume 19. I'm very curious to see what you guys have to say down below. Maybe you guys want to say something related to the story or something like that. Now, of course, if you are going to be typing down something about the story and putting something spoiler related, please be sure to leave a spoiler gap saying, spoiler and then a lot of space, and then allowing people to not see any spoilers if they haven't read the light novel, right? It's common courtesy, basically. It's common courtesy. Make sure you guys give that courtesy to other people who haven't read the light novels and are watching this video, right? So obviously I would advise you guys to give that a little bit of courtesy. So make sure you guys leave a spoiler gap before you type anything in the comment section down below, if it is spoiler related, of course, right? So make sure you guys do that. But yes, we are getting Volume 19 in September. If we take a look at the tweet, we can see right here, Danmachi series published for 12 consecutive months. Of course, this is the whole thing that they've been doing as one of the big projects for the 10th anniversary of Danmachi, is that every month since October 2022, we've been getting a light novel from Danmachi. Of course, October to December, we got a Stray Record. January, we got Volume 18. February, I almost forgot my months. February and March, we got Sword Oratoria 13 and 14 respectively. April, May, June, we've got sort of like side stories as well as world building stories primarily. Nothing too crazy. They're very much short stories basically that we got there, right? And then of course in July and August, we're getting Argonaut. And then of course the final month in September, we're getting Danmachi Volume 19, as it says right here. Decorating the last of the 12-month consecutive publication, is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon 19? Now, before we get into the next part of this tweet, which we'll get into in a second, I'm very excited for Volume 19. Of course, we got to see a little bit of it in Sword Oratoria 13, of course, right? Because it happens at the same time, basically. But of course, seeing the aftermath of Volume 16 to 18 and of course the events of Volume 18, I'm very excited to see how it's handled and how Omori Sensei goes about it, because that's, I think, something everybody's kind of intrigued in, right? Everybody's intrigued in how Omori Sensei is going to handle the aftermath of Volume 18. So I'm very, very curious to see how it goes down. And of course, along with that, I want to see how Belle gets involved with the education district. Honestly, it's going to be very interesting to see that as well, to be quite honest, and especially knowing what happens in Sword Oratoria 13 and obviously the characters that we saw in the education district in Sword Oratoria 13. It's going to be very interesting to see how Belle works with those characters as well, right? It's going to be very, 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 very interesting to say the least. I'm very curious to see what you guys have to say in the comment section down below in regards to that as well, right? Of course, it's going to be very much all over the place. I know everybody has different thoughts about, of course, how they're going to handle the events of Volume 18 and Volume 19. Of course, the education district and Belle. It's going to be very, very interesting to say the least. I've said interesting way too many times in this video already, but it is interesting. So yeah, let me know in the comments. I'm very curious to see what y'all have to say regarding this for sure, right? But yeah, I'm glad that they're ending with Danmachi Volume 19 as part of the 12-month publication. Of course, I enjoyed the fact that we got Argonaut and a Stray Record, but as somebody who's already read the Danmimo versions of these stories, right, I'm not expecting massive changes, right? I know that a Stray Record, for example, does have some slight differences, but for the most part, the story is very much consistent, right? Of course, I still have to actually, once obviously the English version comes out, I still have to actually look into it myself and see the differences between Danmimo and, of course, the light novels. But overall, I'm not expecting like a huge amount of changes, right? That will be a video, by the way, when Yen Press gets off their butts and actually does decide to translate all the Danmachi stuff that we've gotten in the last couple of months and are going to be getting in the next next couple of months, I am going to be making a video talking about the differences between Danmimo's Astrea record as well as the light novel Astrea record, and it's going to be the same thing with Argonaut as well. But also, along with that, recently, right, from April to May and May to June, we've only gotten short stories and side stories primarily, which is nice. It also gives an opportunity to Omori Sensei to kind of play with his characters a little bit more rather than restrict them to the main storyline, of course, of the main series or Sword Oratoria, right? So it's kind of nice. But frankly speaking, I think it's a great thing that he's ending it with volume 19. A lot of people were hoping that volume 19 comes out at some point in the near future, especially with the aftermath of volume 18. It was necessary to see how Omori Sensei was going to handle it. For me, I think it needed to be volume 19 or maybe another Familiar Chronicles. Maybe I'm trying to think what would have been good in terms of another Familiar Chronicles. Maybe something to do with Hermes, I'd say, or something like that. I don't know. It's kind of weird because I don't know what other Familiar Chronicles could we get, because of course whenever we've had a Familiar Chronicles, it's been for big characters, Ryu and Freya, right? And of course the Loki Familiar has Sword Oratoria, so we've kind of tackled a lot of the major familiars and stuff already. So getting a Familiar Chronicles, it would probably have to be for one of the older main familiars, maybe like a Zeus and Hera or something. But I don't know, we'll have to wait and see as to what Omori Sensei cooks up when he does decide to do another Familiar Chronicles, for sure. Let me know, who would you guys like to see in the comments as a next Familiar Chronicles, be it familiar or specific character. I'm very interested to see what you guys have to say down below. Anyways, along with volume 19, the special edition of the light novel will be releasing with a drama CD. Now they go on to talk a little bit about the drama CD right here, so let's look at this drama CD synopsis. Almighty and omnipotent gods, you can't go to the past or the future. However, what if there was a person with strong luck who had nothing to do with the work of God? Billions are one, trillions are one, poles are one. Caught in a sneeze of chaos, you might find yourself in the future or the past. And then they put in ALISE's picture. I am the pure, righteous, and beautiful level 3 ALISE Rovel. I am the leader of the Astrea Familia. Yeah. It's been a long introduction. What I'm going to tell you now is the story of a boy who has passed through that time. So yes, obviously the drama CD, as you might have been able to tell, if you take a look at this, it's basically the same synopsis and everything. But basically, the idea of this this drama CD is going to be Belle traveling to the past and meeting ALISE. It's a very interesting concept. I think this should have been the Danmimo anniversary, to be quite honest. This would have been so much better. You know, you're riding off the hype of season 4. You've got the Astrea record light novels published in Japan. You've obviously had Astrea record rerun a couple of months ago. It would have been unbelievably hyped to see Belle going to the past and meeting ALISE. Now, of course, this is when ALISE is level 3. I want to say this is around the time of effectively the feud, the dark days of Arario, right? The great feud. I would assume it was around that time, basically, or a bit earlier than that. It's gonna be very interesting. Omori Sensei is writing the Omori Sensei is writing this, by the way. He is the one who's going to be writing the drama CD as well, so it is actually his work. It's not like they brought somebody else out of nowhere to make this project happen. But ALISE meeting Belle is something that I think a lot of people have wanted to see at some point, and of course we're getting an opportunity to see it. Now I have no idea as to how the jester who crosses time, I mean, it says it right here, right? The jester who crosses time, and of course this is going to be most likely Belle, who's going to be traveling back in time. It's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very, very interesting to see how it goes. Overall, I'm very excited to listen to this drama CD or get the opportunity to see if somebody makes like a written version of it at a point, of course, right? It's definitely going to be exciting to see, and just I'm going to be so interested in this drama CD for sure, right? It's going to be great. It's honestly going to be a great storyline, and yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very, very much so excited to see this. This is something that's very interesting, and the fact that they're doing volume 19 and dropping this drama CD with it, I wonder if there's going to be something related to the Australia Familia as well, and a little bit more as well in volume 19 in some way, shape or form. Otherwise it just feels a little bit weird that they're just chucking in this drama CD. Maybe it's just to capitalize of the hype of season 4 and of course volumes 12 to 14. It most likely is, to be quite honest, but still I'm very interested to see if there is any connection between the two at all. You know, that being said, I doubt it, because of course, like I said, volume 19 is around the education district arc, and this drama CD is of course Belle going back in the past and meeting ALISE. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see, of course. We'll have to wait and see. Along with that, I decided to check the Danmachi 10th anniversary page once again to see if they updated anything. This isn't the 10th and final project, by the way. Initially, that was the expectation. When I saw the tweet first, I thought, wait, is this the 10th and final project? It doesn't seem like it, because this should be part of the 9th project, because the 9th project was the one that said that we're getting 6 more novels from, I think it was like from April to September onwards, basically, right? So I was doubting that this was going to be the 10th and final project, and I was right. This isn't the 10th and final project. You can see right here that the September release is Danmachi's volume 19, of course, and then the 10th project, if you see on the right hand side of my screen, I think my head is covering it right there. I'm moving out of there. You can see it right here. Wait, finger this way. I got there in the end. There you go. The coming soon thing that you can see right under my shoulder, right? I think that means that we're still waiting for the 10th project. I still believe it's something anime or movie related. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe we might get an announcement at Anime Expo. Who knows? I think Anime Expo is in a month's time, right? I think it's at the start of July, if I'm not mistaken. So I do think that we could get something at Anime Expo in regards to the 10th and final project, assuming it is anime or movie related. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys still believe it's an anime or movie, or is it something else entirely? I'm very curious to see what you all say in the comment section down below. But yeah, there you guys go. 10th project, not 10th project, the final light novel of the 9th project, I should say. The 12 consecutive months of publicating a Danmachi light novel is indeed Danmachi's volume 19, and along with that we are getting a drama CD that of course has ALISE meeting Belle. Very excited to see how this goes. Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think? Please be sure to leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys next time. Take it easy, everybody. Bye-bye.